Alright, so we have a REV driver hub that has not been set up yet, so I'll just walk you through how to set it up. So first just make sure that your driver hub is charged, and mine is. So now I'm just going to boot it up, and should, by pressing the power button, it should turn on instantly. Yep, so now it's on, we just wait a bit for it to boot up. Okay, well now we should be on the setup page after booting up. So now I'm just going to click next, and now we need to find a Wi-Fi network to connect to, a local Wi-Fi network, so that we can check for updates. So I'll just enter the password and come back in. Okay, now we are connected to the local network, so now we can just click next. I'm not sure if you can see that, so just click next. And now you should be asked to sync up the time. It should already just find the time zone that you're in, and it should fill in the rest for you. Just make sure that's fine, and then you can click next. And you should now be finished with the setup. You can just click finish. So now you're in the program manager, which should automatically open up, and you can see that there's a couple of programs we need to update, such as the system itself, the OS, the driver station app, which we'll talk about later, and the software manager, which is there. So let's click update all, and that's not the update all button. We'll come back to that. Click just update all, and you don't have to worry about this. So you should see now that it should be downloading, and it should take some time, so I'll just skip to the next part. So you might see that the system might try to do an update. I'm not sure if you can see that, but yeah, now it just turned off, and it should be rebooting into a part where it starts installing the OS. So if you get to that, don't worry, it'll just take around 5 to 10 minutes, and you should be done. So now it is booting up again, and we'll just wait for it to turn back on. Okay, so now we're on the home page. Just swipe up, and now you should be on the home page, and it should automatically open up the FTC driver station app, which is the dashboard to control your robot or control hub. I'm not sure if you can see this clearly, but you can. So here it should show you, up here it should show you the network and the ping, and that the ping will only show up once you connect to your robot. You have 2 user inputs for the 2 gamepads. You have the timer and configuration, and your ability to select and run certain programs. So now I'm going to, so we've thoroughly set up this driver hub. Now we need to move on to setting up the control hub. So yeah. Alright, so we now have to set up the control hub. So now I'll just first turn on my robot, which is next to me, so not here. Just turn it on. And if you have a control hub, then you just need to wait for it to show a green light before you can connect to it. So this one has already been set up, but I'll try and walk you through how to set it up if you have it for the first time. So just waiting for it to turn on, and now that it's on, we can go to the Wi-Fi tab and search for a Wi-Fi connection. So we need to first look for, if you're turning on your controller for the first time, you need to find a Wi-Fi network that starts with FTC dash any random 4 characters after that, or first dash any random 4 characters. So now this is mine, so I'll just connect to that, and we should. So now that's connected, we can type in the link, which is 192.168.43.1:8080, and that will take us to the dashboard of our robot. And I need to blur that out. So now we're on the dashboard. We should be seeing our or the wireless network name and the passphrase, and so now we can check our block programs on bot Java. But the one thing we need to worry about right now is going to manage, and we can change the name of our robot to comply with the first guidelines. You need to change it to your ID number and your team number. For example, ours is 19434 for Redstone Mechanics. Then after that, add -RC. RC means robot controller, so this will be like controlling your robot. The default password for connecting to your control hub will be password, so just make sure to change that. You can also change your Wi-Fi band to 2.4 gigahertz to increase compatibility if you have older machines, but by default it will stay with 5 gigahertz. After that, just click apply Wi-Fi settings. After that, you can also check if your expansion hub and control hub versions, and if they're correct. Otherwise, you can update them either directly on the app, or you can update them on the driver station directly, or by using the REV hardware client. So that's basically setting up your control hub. But the one thing is we need now to connect to our driver hub to our control hub. So I'll just switch back to our driver hub. So now we're back on our driver hub. We should now still be on this. It's fine. So now, if you want, now we need to connect to our control hub, which now has been configured. So now we just need to scroll down and just press the Wi-Fi button and hold it, and we should now be back on the Wi-Fi page. Or you can just go to Settings, Network and Internet, Wi-Fi. So now we just need to look for our beautifully named robot, which is 19434-RC, and we can click that and just enter the password that we put in. So now we should be connected to our robot, and you should be hearing a chime or a beep, which means that the FTC driver station is now connected to our robot. So now we can look for programs which will be either teleop or autonomous, which should be explained later. But yeah, so this is how you can set up both your driver hub and your control hub to connect with each other, and so that you can use it in further for your robot. So yeah, that's basically how to do it.